This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, the city of Bangor is hoping to improve existing housing policies for area renters.
Our David Ledford has more.
The Bangor City Council held its first public reading of the revised Tenants' Rights Ordinance Monday night. The ordinance is part of the most recent version of the Council's draft implementation plan, which focuses on addressing housing insecurity in Bangor and ensuring fair renting practices for both tenants and landlords.
This is, we all know, a particularly challenging time for us in figuring out how to address the root causes of homelessness.
If approved, the ordinance will require a 60-day notice of any rent increase, limit the cost of screening fees to $75, and eliminate rental application fees entirely. City Councilor Claire Davitt spoke about some of the goals of the ordinance.
Well, we just want things to work equitably, and we know that the whole community wants people to be housed safely and be able to stay in their homes.
According to Davitt, the council has been working on addressing tenants' rights since the middle of last year. And one of the intentions of the ordinance is to prevent discrimination based on race, sex, the receipt of public assistance, and other factors. City councilors say educating renters about their existing rights is an important aspect of this ordinance.
Landlords have to give that tenant right information to their tenants and to have it be something that's easy and accessible to read. We'll actually have a page on our website that looks at housing and tenants' rights and the landlord's rights, and not just rentals, but housing in general.
In addition to what is outlined in the ordinance, city councilors explain that some of their other goals with the implementation plan are to increase housing in the downtown area and address vacant properties in the city. Public comment on the Tenants' Rights Ordinance will be held next Wednesday, February 22nd, at the Government Operations Meeting. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
7 survivors of domestic violence shared their stories with lawmakers Tuesday to advocate for stricter laws against violent abusers. One of those 7 survivors, Melissa Ader, shared pictures revealing bruising she suffered during a violent kidnapping. She says her ex-husband tortured her physically and sexually for 16 hours. Now Ader is sharing her story of survival with legislators and pushing for changes in current laws to hold abusers accountable.
Charges that my ex-husband had received that were no longer available to me because they were deferred disposition. So he had actually been charged previously, but because he had completed that deferred disposition, it was no longer a charge that was on record. You know, those who have not had any kind of experience with the domestic violence, it's important for them to see us, hear our story.
Ader's ex-husband is currently serving a 25-year sentence on sexual assault, domestic violence, and other charges.
Frenchman Bay United has released policy recommendations to protect the state's coastal waters based on its recent fight with American Aquafarms. American Aquafarms sued the Department of Marine Resources in May 2022 because the department rejected its application to grow salmon in net pens or to farm salmon off the shores of Gouldsboro. The department claimed that they failed to find a proper source for the eggs. The case was eventually dropped a few months later, but American Aquafarms has vowed to pursue the Frenchman Bay Fish Farm. The proposed policies introduced by Frenchman Bay United include a 2-year moratorium on ocean-based fish farms, stronger environmental protections for coastal waters, and greater control in fish farm approvals. Frenchman Bay United board member Ted O'Meara urges the state to pass legislation and adopt these policies.
We need to be prepared for this onslaught because, last year it was American Aquafarms. Who knows what it's going to be next? And we need to be smart about this. We can't just turn our coastline over to these people and hope for the best.
O'Meara says the state will see more pressure from foreign investors like American Aquafarms if nothing is done.
Well, Senator Angus King has introduced legislation to provide more career options to military spouses. The Military Spouse Employment Act would help military spouses build successful careers while their family members serve the country. Military spouses would be provided remote work careers with any federal agency, allowing them to maintain employment while they move with their spouse. In a statement, Senator King said in part, quote, "Military families make many sacrifices while defending America's freedom freedom and democracy. And too often, this includes spouses putting aside careers or turning down opportunities to pursue the American dream. The bipartisan Military Spouse Employment Act is a common sense bill to help military spouses avoid tough choices between family and employment by creating remote, stable careers in the federal government, end quote. Senator King says a recent survey found that 43% of active duty families say spousal unemployment is an issue for them, and 42% of military spouses reported they are currently looking for work. The Military Spouse Employment Act passed the Senate in the previous Congress, but was not taken up by the full House of Representatives.
Several Maine employers are urging lawmakers to end the sale of flavored tobacco products in the state. They've come together to form the Tobacco-Free Maine Works Coalition. The group says smoking costs Maine nearly $1.5 billion annually due to health care costs and lost productivity. The coalition says that the best way to stop it is to prevent young people from starting. Dozens of businesses across the state have signed up to support new legislation designed to do just that.
So this law would be a preventative measure so more young people do not get addicted. It has an overwhelmingly negative impact on individual smokers' health, on the well-being of the smokers' families, and our collective workforce. If we can put a stop to it by ending the sale of flavored tobacco products, then we should do it.
Portland, Brunswick, Bangor, and South Portland have already passed ordinances ending the sale of flavored tobacco products in their cities.
Well, Senate Republicans discussed measures taken to address obstacles Maine lobster men and women are facing following recent attacks from out-of-state surveys and stricter regulations. Our A.J. Douglas spoke to legislators on both sides of the aisle to understand proposed solutions.
We can't let this issue be lost. I think that constant attention on what's going on is important.
Legislators gathered together during Tuesday's Senate Republican press conference to discuss challenges lobstermen often face. Legislators say challenges escalated following negative survey reports from out-of-state organizations like Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch.
What is more concerning for most of us has been interference in one of our heritage industries from outside groups that care more about right whales than the livelihoods of our people. There's something wrong with that calculus, especially when the underlying math is wrong.
House Minority Leader Representative Billy Bob Falkingham says it's time Maine stopped allowing tax breaks to grocers like Whole Foods that refuse to support products from Maine's heritage industries.
I think this is really a statement that the state of Maine and its tax policies aren't going to give benefits to people that are attacking traditional Maine industries.
The Taxation Committee held a public hearing Tuesday where LD 191, an act to amend the laws regarding certain business equipment tax benefits, which would remove state tax benefits to businesses like Whole Foods, which have blacklisted the sale of Maine lobster. Democratic Senator Troy Jackson says he has initiated efforts to aid Maine's lobster industry and supports bipartisan efforts to continue pushing for critical solutions.
In the first day of session, I sponsored a joint resolution against Whole Foods that we passed. I opened it up to all my Republican colleagues to be on board with it.
In Augusta, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, we certainly enjoyed another mild day outside today. Great day to get out and walk around. It was sunny.
Yeah.
Certainly not cold by any stretch of the imagination. Really nice.
Absolutely. And I mean, at this point, we're kind of hardened to that cold. And so anytime we get sunshine, it really can brighten up our days. Hopefully there's more of that on the way.
I think we're all still thawing out from the Arctic blasters. It certainly has, slanted the curve even more so on what we consider cold after experiencing those temperatures. That was definitely a first time for me as far as negative 43 degrees. Mm-hmm. So, I feel like I'm a bit more hardened now.
Absolutely. That'll be a couple of days to remember and talk about for a long time, I think.
Quite a while. In the meantime, let's talk about what's coming our way, at least in the next few hours, with a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Zalki Tracer has been providing top-notch arborist services to the greater Bangor region. Our reputation for quality and commitment to customer satisfaction speaks for itself. See it for yourself and give us a call today. And let's talk about temperatures today. A little warmer than they were yesterday, up near 40 in most areas. And tomorrow will be even warmer as a surge of warmer air is on the way. We could get close to 50 tomorrow. And also for Thursday before a cold front comes through later on the week. All right, lots of clouds early, followed by some sunshine through the afternoon today. Overall, it's going to be a nice night tonight and a nice day tomorrow before we get increasing clouds tomorrow night ahead of our next weather system. That could bring us a few light rain showers late tomorrow night into early parts of Thursday. Our forecast tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and pretty comfortable out there with low temperatures hanging out near 20. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
Absolutely.
Well, Governor Mills is preparing to deliver her State of the State budget address this evening. The governor is expected to speak about health care, Maine's ongoing housing crisis, and the economy.
The State of the Budget will begin at 7 p.m. and we'll have coverage tonight on Fox 22 News at 10 and ABC 7 News at 11.
In the meantime, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll tell you about a clothing drive held by a parish in Winslow and why they say it is particularly important this year.
And we'll have a continuation of a story we brought you yesterday about a ghost writer from Mount Desert. Those stories and much more after this.
Making the time to be together. Supporting local business.
Starting a college savings plan. Expanding our brewery.
Buying our first home. Giving back any way we can.
With big offerings and local bank support, we can help in more ways that really matter.
This November, you'll vote on a costly scheme to radically change Maine's electric grid. Pine Tree Power would create a quasi-governmental-owned utility. It puts partisan politicians in charge of electricity and will cost Mainers $13.5 billion. It will mean higher electric bills, and proponents have no plan to improve reliability or service. Vote no on the costly electric scheme. It's a bad idea for Maine.
When Mainly Mercantile wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Mainly Mercantile is a venue of small businesses. We are a diverse group offering upcycled furniture and home decor, vintage items, jewelry, DIY creative products, made in Maine items, and souvenirs.
Harris Lumber is locally owned and has been serving the Pequot region for more than 50 years. See them for all your projects, big or small. Customer service is their #1 priority, and with a full line of lumber and hardware items, they can also deliver to your job site. Harris Lumber, Milo.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and 0 compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for 0 extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with 0 compromises for you and your wallet.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. A local parish is finishing up an initiative to offer warmth and clothing to those experiencing homelessness. On Sunday, February 5th, Corpus Christi Parish of Winslow launched Clotheslines of Comfort, a clothing drive with the goal of helping those experiencing homelessness and local students in need. The parish hung clotheslines in both of its churches and encouraged donors to hang clothing on the lines so it could be donated to area schools and the Mid-Maine Homeless Shelter.
It feels like we say this every year, but the reality is the last few years have been particularly hard on people. Clothing drives like this one can really help support folks who may not need a shelter bed, but they need support in other ways in order to maintain their housing.
Well, Dr. Spencer White says one of the shelter's biggest needs right now is new underwear and warm winter boots. Clotheslines of Comfort will continue through the 19th, and donations can be dropped off at Notre Dame in Waterville or St. John the Baptist in Winslow.
Alex Cody Foster spent his 20s working as a ghostwriter. Now the Mount Desert resident is finally putting his name on his own literary work, a memoir about his frightening experience working alongside John McAfee, the creator of the McAfee antivirus software. As Jody Hersey explains, it was a dangerous friendship that almost cost Foster his life.
The whole McAfee saga was really dangerous. You know, I went on the run with him from the cartel. I got kidnapped in Barcelona with him. I had my life threatened. I had guns pointed at me.
30-year-old Alex Cody Foster has walked in many people's shoes. As a ghostwriter, he's created fictional characters and situations that readers can't seem to get enough of. However, his real-life experience working with John McAfee, the antivirus software creator who was arrested for tax evasion, was a harrowing experience he describes in detail in his new memoir.
That one is called The Man Who Hacked the World, A Ghostwriter's Descent into Madness with John McAfee. It's about my life and how I became a ghostwriter.
Although he's ghostwritten and co-authored numerous books, this memoir is the first book Foster himself has ever put his name on.
In this world of constant social media and branding, there's more power in a name than there ever was before. So I thought I should own my name. You know, why should everybody else use it, you know, secretly?
Netflix has turned Foster's personal experience into a documentary called Running with the Devil.
When I was talking with this filmmaker, it was incredibly cathartic, reliving these things. And it was one of the best decisions I think I've ever made. And I decided to do a book after that.
McAfee was found dead in his jail cell in Spain in 2021. Foster's book is now available at area bookstores and online.
We all have a story, and I think that means that we can all sort of relate to one another.
In Mount Desert, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
I'm sure that is a fascinating book
Yes.
and show as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting that on my Netflix list as soon as we are off the desk tonight. All righty.
I think a lot of people are too. Well,
Yes.
still to come on ABC 7 News at 6. We'll take you to a farm in Clifton that's getting an early start on this season's maple syrup production.
And in sports, the Penobscot Pioneers are getting ready for the regional championship game on Wednesday. We'll have that story right after the break.
My family and I are proud to offer you the best value for your money at the Furniture Gallery. Dining sets for dinner parties. How about a living room set for movie night? New mattresses for a comfortable night's sleep. At the Furniture Gallery, it's always a great time to buy. Maine family owned and operated.
Living in Maine, many things stick with you throughout your life. If you're far from home or you're missing those things, then Box of Maine is for you. Shipping nationwide for corporate businesses or individuals, Box of Maine gives everyone their own personal taste of our great state. And a portion of every box we sell goes directly to local nonprofits. Have you visited the gift shop yet? Filled to the brim with everything you find in our boxes, you can pick what you need or even create your own box. Stop by for perfect Maine gifts today at Box of Maine.
When our daughter and her kids moved in with us, our bargain detergent couldn't keep up.
Turns out it's mostly water.
So we switched back to Tide. One wash, stains are gone.
Don't pay for water. Pay for clean. It's gotta be Tide.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
Dave Matthews Band Live. Friday, June 16th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. On sale Friday at 10 a.m. at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Pre-order the new album Walk Around the Moon now.
My family and I are proud to offer you the best value for your money at the Furniture Gallery. Shop local rather than the big box stores. When you buy local, you help keep more dollars in your community. Shop local, save money. The Furniture Gallery, Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Ansley Moore, a realtor since 2013, working throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We will start on the ice here. On Wednesday, the Penobscot Pioneers girls hockey co-op will battle for the Class A North title and a trip to the state finals game. Pioneers head down to Portland to take on the Yarmouth-Freeport co-op, the #1 team in A North. Penobscot and Yarmouth skated to a tie their last time out, and besides that, the girls have won 12 of their last 13 games, and they say what's helped is really how the team has grown off the ice since first coming together this fall.
Man, I think we just kind of learned how to work as like a team and kind of clicked. We've started supporting each other, having better attitudes on the bench, and I think that has a lot to do with it.
I think the energy is really good. All the girls are really excited. Coaches are looking excited. They're really happy for us. They put a lot of work in.
Well, at the start, we kind of knew each other, but not really. But now we're like super close, I guess you want to call it, and I don't know. It's just like a little family. I wouldn't want to do it with a different group of girls.
In their first year as a program, Penobscot is in position to make history. As the northernmost girls hockey team in Maine, Penobscot beat the other northernmost team, the Winslow-Gardner Black Tigers, in the semifinals. And the Black Tigers are really, if you ask the girls in Penobscot, the team that got the ball rolling for girls hockey up here.
If we won this, it would be because of them. They're the ones that they're the ones that brought me in, and then now we have this year. It would be because of them.
That would mean everything. That would be a full circle for sure, because I'm sure some people thought pretty low of us coming in here, and it just proved to everyone that we can be the best and that we can win it all.
All right, staying with hockey now, also in the first year is the Molly Engstrom era up in Orono. She and the Black Bears are gearing up for the Hockey East playoffs that are right around the corner. Ryan Sudol has more.
It's been great. I think it's been a great journey for myself.
Molly Engstrom is close to finishing her first regular season as Maine women's hockey head coach, and she's learned some valuable lessons along the way.
Patience is a virtue. In terms of following through and executing what we want to do here, is just building relationships, like I've said, from the beginning with the players and the staff.
Relationships that for many go farther than the ice.
And that's what's really exciting is that she's created these relationships that I think will last for my lifetime.
And these bonds have yielded great team chemistry that's led the Black Bears to a 500 conference record, the best debut season ever for a Maine women's hockey head coach.
We've had some really nice games, and we've struggled, as I think any team would, but I think we're playing a pretty good brand of hockey.
The Black Bears are in 6th place in Hockey East, but can move to 5th if they sweep Merrimack College in their final series this weekend.
I think if we execute our system well, we will definitely play a really good hockey, and we need to put more pucks in the net than they do, so that starts with finishing rebounds and doing the little things right.
But regardless of this weekend's finish or where they're seated in the Hockey East tournament, the Black Bears believe no one should count them out of a deep run.
We have a long history of kind of being the underdog and then winning. We've beaten every single team in our conference except for Vermont. With that mentality, we totally can.
The team knows it, that if we can come out when the puck drops and we can play 60 full minutes, there's no reason we can't.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thanks for that, Ryan. Looking forward to see what the Black Bears can do in the playoffs. That's all the time we have for sports. Here is Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store. Visit our ranch and meet the alpacas or shop in our store in downtown Belfast. Let's talk about our snowpack is going to take a hit, right? So Millinocket has about 12 or 13 on the ground. Here in Bangor, around 4. With temperatures above freezing today, we're melting some snow. We'll get some light rain in the forecast tomorrow night, and then we could actually do 50 a couple days this week. We're going to melt some snow, as there's not much more snow in the forecast for us anytime soon. With temperatures like this, hard to get snow, right? 37 here in Bangor today, 35 for Bar Harbor. This is above average again, and now it's going to get even warmer tomorrow and also for Thursday and for Friday before a big cool down gets in here on Saturday. Look at this surge of warmer air tomorrow, back up in the 40s across much of the region. Again, lots of puddles around tomorrow as we are melting that snow. And we're talking about some light rain showers tomorrow night and probably another batch of rain showers on Friday, as we've had very little snow lately, right, with the temperatures being so warm. Okay, so outside today, some clouds early, followed by some sun, then some clouds and some sun. Overall, though, a pretty nice day. But there is some stuff off to the west of us, and that is moving our direction, not only for tomorrow, but for tomorrow night in the early parts of really Thursday. There's a next system on the way. In fact, here it is right there across the Midwest and Great Lakes, bringing lots of rainfall, some severe weather. A piece of this is moving in our direction for late tomorrow night. It's not going to be the full event. That's going to go up that way. But overall, we could see some light rain showers tomorrow evening, or even just a couple sprinkles around. And then behind that, there's some more. So a very active pattern here, right? We'll keep getting these in here every couple days. So overall, we'll keep the storm track going into the end parts of February. Out there for tonight, though, there could be a little dense fog out there this evening as the wind goes calm for a couple hours. Be ready for that for tomorrow morning. And then overall, we'll burn that off pretty quickly, but then increasing clouds early tomorrow. Here's 8:30, already looking at mostly cloudy skies across our region. Any rain, though, should hold off until later in the day. Here's 6 o'clock or so. A couple of sprinkles, a couple of showers around. Not a big deal. That lingers overnight tomorrow night. Then we dry out for Thursday before our next system gets in here later Thursday into Friday. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies to actually mostly clear skies for a couple hours. Look for low temperatures down near 21. So whatever is wet and slushy out there now is likely going to refreeze tonight. Slippery spots tomorrow morning with a calm wind after midnight and maybe some dense fog in there as well. For tomorrow, okay, fog early followed by partly cloudy skies, turning breezy tomorrow. That south wind's going to kick in and gust near 25, pushing air temperatures back into the low to mid 40s tomorrow. Yes, it is February. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast, we're not going to stop there. 53 is my forecasted high temperature on Thursday. We hang out there for Friday, a couple of rain showers on Friday. Then the bottom falls out. Look at the weekend, especially Saturday, with high temperatures back below freezing. Beth and Peter?
All right. So a nice warm stretch on the way.
Yeah, still all in all pretty darn mild.
Yes.
All righty. Well, there is still more to come. Stay with us.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard-to-buy-for relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
Comfort Shoes and More will make winter easier. Next Grip men's and ladies' boots feature cutting-edge technology to make walkways a breeze. Corkers are made with interchangeable soles to conquer the roughest winter conditions. Navitec with the flip it and clip it spikes make you confident no matter what the conditions are. Bruce McDonald's trained podorthist will make sure the fit is perfect for you. See why thousands of people have trusted Comfort Shoes and More for all of their footwear. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Pat's Pizza in Holden is not just a restaurant that serves delicious food and pizza. They also have an adjacent party and event room. Consider having your birthday or office party at Pat's Pizza. They have indoor golf, a pro shop, and a beautiful 9-hole golf course. Pat's Pizza, Holden.
Tonight, tracking the tornado threats and storms in parts of the U.S., plus those 77 minutes in Uvalde when no one took action. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Finally tonight, Valentine's Day is even sweeter at the Williams family farm in Clifton due to the fact that it's maple tapping season. Williams family farm co-owner John Williams says the official start of tapping season begins March 1st. However, this year, favorable conditions have allowed them to begin tapping a bit early on some trees. The farm has more than 2,500 trees, and they plan to expand by another 500 this year. Williams says the farm is expecting a significant increase in maple production.
Expect to get 20% more this year just because we're tapping more trees.
Williams says he's been upgrading his tools to get more sap from the trees, and he says they plan to continue expanding the farm in the next couple of years, and that is just music to my ears.
So fun to see
Love
the
it.
process as well, too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were a kid and you had the chance to go on a field trip where they show you everything, it's really just fascinating.
I think I mean, as an adult, I find it fascinating. It's something I never would have learned about had I not come to Maine, and It's just such a neat process to watch unfold.
It is, yeah. And just being able to harvest that raw material from trees is really, really cool.
And then pour it all over your pancakes.
Exactly.
Indeed.
That's the best part.
All righty. Well, that's going to do it for us, folks. From everybody here at ABC 7, take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.